Hello everyone, and welcome to my chatty, sassy channel here on YouTube, where we talk about all things luxury. And today I'm talking about my favorite area of luxury, which is luxury jewelry, specifically my favorite luxury jewelry brand, and that is David Yurman. I'm going to be sharing my entire David Yurman collection, which includes necklaces, bracelets, rings, earrings, some home pieces that we also have as well in my collection, because it's a pretty extensive collection. Every time that I go to film this video, I get a little bit shocked and surprised by just how much David Yurman I actually have. And at the end of the video, I'm going to be revealing a couple of pieces that I'm actually selling from my collection. And just because I have so many pieces that I don't use, that some of these need to be let go of, as well as a couple of pieces that I'm going to bring in to my collection to add something a little bit different as well. So with that, let's get into the video, and most of this you are going to be seeing as talking hands, because that's the better way to show the jewelry pieces. So I want to start out with my long necklaces, and I have 4 long necklaces. The first and my newest addition is the Petite Helena Y necklace. It has the crossover and the diamonds, and it's just a really great length. This is definitely my favorite of all the long necklaces. Next up, this one is actually one that they have reissued now. Mine was in the original run, and this is a piece that is from my mother-in-law's collection, and again, a really great piece. The thing that I love about this one, chain on the back has this barrel piece on it that allows me to actually shorten or lengthen the necklace, because you just pull the chain through. And so I'm able to adjust this necklace to whatever length it is that I want. My third piece is actually my very first piece of David Yurman ever, and it is my sort of gunmetal hardware chain. This is not turned. This is the color that the chain came, because it came as an oiled chain, and it has this little green symbol on it, as well as the crossover cross. This is actually from the men's collection, but my grandmother-in-law gave it to me when I graduated with my first master's, and it was also that, as well as my birthday was the same weekend, and so just a really special piece in general. And then the final piece that I have is very plain. It is just a very long sterling silver box chain. You can see the difference between the 2 box chains here in their color. But this one, it's just nice, plain chain. My grandmother-in-law actually bought this ahead of either Christmas or my birthday. We weren't sure what it was initially intended for, because she knew that she was going to pass away, and so she wanted to go ahead and have a gift ready, and that is what this chain is. So because of that, it's never going to leave my collection. The next necklace up is my double chain necklace. So this is a double wheat chain, and what's special about this one, when I turn it around, is that it is part of the buckle collection, and so it has this gold with diamond buckle, and so it's got the gold accents and the diamonds on it, and it's just a really unique piece because of that. And the clasp was actually the buckle itself. The necklace that I most often wear instead of that double chain is this multi-chain, because it's got a lot of that thickness going on, but this one's just a little bit more my personality. It also has touches of the gold throughout the necklace. This is one of my mother-in-law's pieces that I inherited, and one of the things that I love about this is, again, the clasp on it is this, if I can get to focus, this magnetic clasp, and so it just comes undone here at the back really easily whenever you press the 2 toggles, and I just really like that design feature. The most worn of my chain necklaces has to be this one. Again, another piece inherited from my mother-in-law. It is just absolutely beautiful. They do it in a bracelet as well. They have reissued this one. They also reissued the last one in a very similar style, and just absolutely love this necklace. It is one of my favorites. Moving on to the next piece, which is actually a twofer, is going to be my Lexington chain as well as the Lexington charm. So these are actually 2 separate pieces. You can get them together, and when you get them together as just one necklace, it does come with diamonds on the charm. But just a really beautiful, nice chain that I got from my father-in-law, and then got the charm from my grandfather-in-law. Now, moving into a series of much more dainty necklaces. The first up, and I think that this may actually be a discontinued collection, it's sort of like the predecessor to the Stacks collection, or it may actually be a part of the Stacks collection. I'm not entirely sure. But I love the little charms that are on it. I also love the fact that it's a little bit geometric, and then you have the circles and the diamonds, and it's just a really nice little combo. Next up, this particular necklace is part of the Infinity collection. And again, just another really pretty sterling silver piece with diamonds. The other thing that I want to point out about these necklaces is that David Yurman has a couple of different lengths that they allow you to set your necklaces at, and they include that with the chain, which is a really, really nice feature because I can set these necklaces as I need them. It also allows me to layer them really easily. Next up is my little loop necklace. So again, sterling silver with diamonds. This is actually part of that this piece was from. This is just the sterling silver and diamond version. Next up is my crossover cross. And again, another piece. This is sterling silver, but it has gold and it has diamonds in it. And just a really nice, pretty cross that's not in your face. This is a cross. But it's just really nice and simple, and so I've really enjoyed wearing this one. It's actually one of my most worn David Yurman necklaces. And then my most worn David Yurman necklace is my crossover bar. You can wear it with the silver side on top, or you can wear it with the gold side on top, and obviously you wouldn't need to have it crossed in the front because it just depends on which way you put it on. But this is definitely my most worn necklace out of any necklace that I have. I absolutely love it and is one of my favorite pieces. I would definitely recommend this one, or if you want diamonds, going with the Petite Helena bar necklace as a necklace from David Yurman. And then my only gold necklace piece from David Yurman is my gold initial necklace. It has, if it'll focus, the diamonds inside in my last initial. Just a very pretty, dainty little piece. It is definitely a daintier necklace. Now, the very first David Yurman bracelet that I ever got is this crossover cable. So it's just got the classic cable design and then the crossover X on it with the gold. This was a gift from my grandmother-in-law, and she picked this one specifically because she felt it would be really good for me to be able to layer with other bracelets, as I found ones that were my style, and that way I could grow into a stack. And I think that that was a very good decision on her part. Even though I don't really wear this one that much anymore, it's very, very sentimental and will always stay in my collection. I'm going to do all of these together, assuming that it will focus. First up is the Thoroughbred Loop. They still do this bracelet in full gold, but they no longer do it in the sterling silver and gold version. I love this bracelet. It's the most expensive of the bracelets that we have bought for me. But it's also a really, really loved piece. And this is a full bracelet that goes all the way around, whereas the other two are slip-on, but it does have a hinge on it. Next up in my stack is the classic Cable Pearl Bracelet. This is one that you see a lot of girls wear where they will get a different colored stone, either for their university, their birthday, something like that. I personally chose the pearl. This was the first piece of David Yurman that I really picked for myself, but Blake got it for me for my birthday one year, and I absolutely love it. Obviously, there's my love bracelet. That's not David Yurman, that's Cartier, but it never leaves my wrist. And then my most recent bracelet is my Petite Helena bracelet that I got for Christmas from my father-in-law. I love this bracelet. I will a lot of times leave the other two bracelets off and just wear my love and the Petite Helena. The Petite Helena is probably definitely my favorite of my David Yurman bracelets. It's just so light and beautiful, and having the diamonds on it is also a really nice touch. I do have one chain bracelet, and this is the Madison chain. I want to say that this is in like the 7 or the 8 millimeter chain. And basically you're able to clip it onto any of the links that you need to for whatever length you need to get at. And this is a really beautiful bracelet. I do love this bracelet. I don't really wear it that much anymore just because I don't like how it lays with my love bracelet. But this is a really, really great piece to have. This was also one of my mother-in-law's pieces. The next piece that I have is this one, and it is a triple cable bracelet. So it is a cuff that you're able to slip on, and then it has the 3 triple stack cables and then the gold that sort of binds it together. The bracelet's obviously bound together without it, but the gold just adds a really nice crossover touch to it that I think is really nice and special. The thickest of all my bracelets is this cuff, this massive cuff. This was a piece that was my mother-in-law's. I love this piece. They reissued it in a slightly thinner version for a short amount of time after I brought this one in to have it cleaned. It is just a stunning piece of hardware, and I really love this cuff as well. I would definitely recommend looking on the pre-loved market for this cuff because it is a great, just chunky piece to have in your collection. Then the last of my bracelets is this piece, and it is part of a 3-piece set that I inherited from my grandmother-in-law. And it's got the onyx stone, it has diamonds, and it's very reminiscent, as you can see, of the original cable bracelets that were produced. And I really love on how this ties in to brand history. Also, I wear a lot of black, so having this, it gets a lot of use in the winter. The other 2 pieces that I have in that collection are, I have the slide. So this one I can put onto my chains or my Lexington pendant necklace. If I want to take the Lexington pendant off of that chain, I can do that and wear this piece. Again, it's got the beautiful onyx. And then I also have the ring in that collection as well. So I really do like having all 3 pieces. I do want to try and hunt down, because it's a discontinued collection, I do want to try and hunt down the earrings that went with this to have a full set. The least worn ring in my collection is this ring. It is just a simple band, but it has a lot of really pretty detailing to it. This was one of my mother-in-law's pieces. I just don't particularly wear it myself. My favorite ring, though, and definitely my favorite David Yurman piece that I have, is this Renaissance ring with all the pave diamonds on it. I love this ring. I think it is so cool. It also kind of reminds me of a snake a little bit. And I love this ring. I adore this ring. It is a ring that I will never travel with because I would be terrified of losing it. My most complimented ring, though, has to be this ring. This ring is gorgeous. It's got the gold band in the middle. It has pave diamonds. It has regular diamonds. Just a great, thick statement ring. And you can find this ring pre-loved sometimes. Both of those last 2 rings were also inherited from my mother-in-law, but this one is mine. This one my parents got me, and I love this ring. It is the crossover ring. I think that it is a really good daily thickness, and I do wear this a lot of times with my David Yurman stack. I think it's a really great starter ring. I think it's also just a really great ring in general if you are looking to get a David Yurman ring. The final ring in my collection is the Renaissance ring. It has the pave diamonds with the diamonds set along it. It is the most expensive piece of David Yurman that we've bought. Some of my mother-in-law's pieces may have been more expensive, but this one's definitely the most expensive one that Blake and I bought. We got it in New York last year when we went to the flagship for the first time. This is a ring that I love. I wear this ring all the time. I even pair it with my crossover ring a lot of times. Just truly a really beautiful piece that I'm so glad that I have. Then I have 4 pairs of earrings. The first is this oiled pair of cabled hoops. Yes, they are supposed to be dark and oiled like this. This isn't turned. This is the finish that they are meant to have. I don't wear these a lot just because I have to be really careful with the weight of my earrings, but I think that it's a really just cool color, and it's also an inherited piece from my mother-in-law. My most recent earrings, and I'm not sure if I actually unboxed these or not on my channel. This was my 5th anniversary gift from Blake. They are the Petite Helena drop earrings, and I love these. I think they are beautiful. They are so incredibly lightweight and comfortable. I can wear these all day long. They have gold, they have the diamonds, they have the silver. Perfect piece for me. Absolutely love these. But in addition to the long Petite Helena earrings, I also have the Petite Helena hoops. Very worn pair that I wear all the time. I love they have the crossover, love they have the diamonds. Great hoops. And then my final pair of earrings and my final David Yurman piece of jewelry are my crossover hoops. So this is just the standard crossover hoop with the cable and the gold. great, well-worn staple in my collection. I also do have 2 coffee table books. This is the original David Yurman Cable Bracelet book, and I have a special edition because it comes with the little cable holder here. We also have the second version of their book, which is Sybil and David Yurman's book, which is much more about their artistry as a couple, and it's also written by both of them, which is really special. Hidden on my shelf, I have a deck of David Yurman playing cards that remain unopened in their box because Blake doesn't want us to use them. Another David Yurman item in our house, and just like the playing cards were a free gift, the David Yurman little coasters were also a free gift. This was last year's gift that we got as clients. Love our coasters. I think they're really, really pretty. Again, Blake doesn't want us to use them, so they pretty much just sit here looking nice on my table. And then we also have several David Yurman ornaments that hang on our Christmas tree. Last year's was New York. The year before, they'd done this beautiful red and gold. There's a couple of silver ones on the tree, but really love our ornaments as well. So I hope that you've enjoyed seeing my entire David Yurman collection. This does not include any of Blake's pieces. So there is more David Yurman in my house. It's just my husband's, and his collection has not changed at all. So I will link that video down below. But I did mention in the beginning that there are a couple of pieces that I'm thinking of selling. The first piece that I'm considering selling is the triple stack bracelet, which is beautiful and it's stunning and it's wonderful, but when I'm going to reach for a thick bracelet, I reach for my mother-in-law's cuff instead because it carries sentimentality with it. So the second piece that I'm definitely letting go of from my collection is the buckle necklace. So it has the diamonds and the gold, and it's this 2-chain necklace, and it's really, really cool. But when I go to wear a piece like this, I prefer one of these 2 chains. And again, they're chains that have sentimentality to them. So because this piece really doesn't, that's why I'm letting it go to a new home. And honestly, that's really it that I'm considering letting go from my collection, because pretty much every other David Yurman piece that I have was either my mother-in-law's, so very sentimental and I would never get rid of, or they have sentimentality attached to them because what they were given for and because of when I got them, or because they're pieces that I just absolutely love and wear all the time. And so because of that, there are only 2 pieces that are leaving my collection. Both of them are pieces that I'd sort of picked out for myself. So maybe that says that I'm just not as good at buying myself jewelry as everyone else in the family is. But there are also a couple of pieces that I'm wanting to bring into my collection. The first of which is the Madison chain necklace. This is in the 5.5 millimeter. While I don't wear my Madison chain bracelet that much anymore because of my love bracelet, I do think that I would wear this chain a lot because it's thinner than my Tiffany necklace, but I feel like that it gives me a different look than my Lexington chain, because my Lexington chain, I really prefer to have the pendant on, and I don't always want to have a pendant necklace. I sometimes just want a regular chain, and so I think that that would be a good option to add in. It's also not, for luxury jewelry, it's not overly expensive, so that's also another very attractive quality about it. The other piece that I'm really, well, technically it's 2 pieces. I guess sort of it's actually 3 pieces that I'm really wanting to bring in because I'm wanting it as a set is the Petite Chatelaine Pave pendant and earrings. So the pendant in the 7 millimeter size, the earrings in the 5 millimeter size in rose gold with morganite. So I really, in my luxury jewelry collection, I don't have any rose gold, and I don't know why, because it's a color that I really like and I feel like it's a color that I would wear a lot. And this to me is just a really, really beautiful set. So I would love to have the earrings and the necklace together because I would want those to match. And since I don't have anything else, I sort of need both of them. But also with our daughter coming in January, I think that they actually do this in a garnet, in a gold with garnet. And so I would also potentially be very open to adding it in that colorway instead, which would beef up my gold collection a little bit more. So with that, that is everything that I'm wanting to add to my collection from David Yurman, as well as what I'm selling and what my current collection looks like. That being said, you never know what's going to come into my collection, because I love the wisteria collection that they've done. I love the stacks collection that they've done, and I don't have anything from either of those collections. I'm selling my one piece of buckle, so maybe I want to add like a buckle ring or something into my collection, because I do also want to add a thin sterling silver ring. And so maybe one of those collections is what I'm going to pull from to add that ring in. I just haven't gotten to try the rings on to find which one is going to work best for me, but that's also another potential thing that you could see coming into my collection. I think at this point I'm good on bracelets. I feel pretty good on necklaces, even if I don't get the ones that I'm wanting. Earrings, I could potentially see myself adding a pair of like the wisteria hoop earrings, because I think that those are really, really pretty. Or adding some other sort of a smaller hoop earring that has diamonds as well as the sterling silver, because I don't have really, I only have one very, very thin white gold pair of hoops. So I would like to add a little bit thicker hoop, and that's a potential area that I could add from as well. I just don't have a specific piece in mind there. So with that, I hope that you have a great rest of your day and that you have enjoyed this collection. If you are interested in either of the pieces that I'm selling, please let me know. And if they have not sold yet, I will have the details down below on those. So with that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, everybody. Bye.